Hi, my name is Maddie. I go by Cafe Maddie on TikTok and Instagram. I love to cook and share recipes. Today I want to share with you some recipes you can try using kimchi. I'll be showing you 3 recipes that are very unconventional. Kimchi is typically served as a side dish to other entrees, but it can also be used in stews. It can be used as a topping for noodles, for rice, so it's very versatile. The first recipe I'll be sharing with you is kimchi grilled cheese. The first time I had it was actually in Amsterdam when I was traveling. I tried to recreate it at home and it came out wonderfully. So every time I make grilled cheese, I never leave out the kimchi. So I'm going to shred some sharp cheddar cheese. I also have American cheese on the side, but you can really use any kind of cheese that will melt on your toast. Also, I like to cut up the kimchi with scissors in a bowl because if you cut up kimchi on a cutting board, it will stain your cutting board. I'm also buttering both sides of my bread. To get started, on a heated pan, I'm gonna put some olive oil. I like to cook my kimchi first on the pan before putting it in the grilled cheese because frying the kimchi will bring out the garlicky flavors even more. I also like to add sugar to the kimchi when cooking it because it'll balance out the sour taste of the kimchi. When the kimchi is cooked, set it aside. And then on a heated pan, I'm gonna place the buttered toast. I toast both sides of the bread because I like the crispy and crunchy texture in the grilled cheese. Plus, the toasted side of the bread will help melt the cheese even more. I'm adding the American cheese on one and the cheddar cheese on the other one. Then I'm adding the cooked kimchi. Add a little bit more cheese on top because there's no such thing as too much cheese. Now that my cheese is all melted, I'm putting it together. Let it cook for a couple more minutes to let the cheese melt and fuse. This looks about done, so I'm just gonna take it off the heat. Cut it in half and you're ready to eat. It's so good. So I feel like the kimchi is a nice spice to the cheese. It definitely cuts through the fattiness of the cheese. Makes me nostalgic of traveling, trying new things, discovering my own culture in different places, and then bringing it back home. I'm never going back to regular grilled cheese. But if you're more in a snacking mood, the next recipe is just for you. Now I'll show you how to make a kimchi spam egg scramble. This is a very nostalgic dish for me because it's something my dad used to make for me and my sister when we were very little. I like to cut my spam up into small cubes so that they crisp up nice and evenly. I'm adding 3 eggs into a bowl and beating them until combined. On a heated pan, I'm adding some oil and then adding the spam. I'm letting it cook 3 to 4 minutes or until they're crispy on all sides. I'm lowering the heat to medium to low and then I add the kimchi. Let the kimchi cook for about 2 to 3 minutes until it's fragrant. Once the kimchi is cooked, push everything to the side of the pan, add some butter, and then add the eggs. I like to cook my eggs on low heat and very slow so that they become creamy and custardy. Once the eggs are scrambled, mix it all together. And I like to serve it over rice with a little bit of furikake. So this is always like a comfort food. So good. Eggs are soft, the spam is salty, and then the kimchi gives it a little kick. I can really eat this any time of day and it really reminds me of my childhood. So this was a really simple and easy recipe, but if you really want to surprise someone, stick around for the last one. Our last dish is creamy kimchi bacon spaghetti. I know it can sound a little weird. That's what I thought when I found out about it through my college roommate. I thought it was really odd until I tried it and it blew my mind. So this is definitely a game changer for you guys and I'm so excited to share this recipe. I'm cut up some bacon. I'm mincing the shallots and grating the garlic. At this point, I'm ready to start cooking. I'm boiling my spaghetti in salted water and then straining it with a little bit of pasta water saved on the side. On a pan of medium to high heat, I'm cooking my bacon until crispy. This should take about 5 to 7 minutes. Now discard all but 1 tablespoon of the rendered bacon fat and then reduce the heat to medium and add the shallots to the pan. I'm cooking the shallots until softened for about 3 to 5 minutes. And I'm adding garlic and kimchi and sauteing it until fragrant, about 2 minutes. Once that's done, I'm adding butter and heavy cream. Season with salt and bring to a low simmer. Once the sauce is bubbling, I'm adding the pasta and tossing it to combine everything. I'm slowly adding the Parmesan cheese, little at a time, and I'm stirring constantly so the mixture is creamy and nice. My sauce got a little bit too thick, so I added some pasta water to thin it out and make it creamier. And finally, I'm adding my bacon back to my pasta. To serve, I'm topping it with even more bacon and some scallions.
I think this is my favorite from today. I know I ate a lot of kimchi today, but I can definitely keep eating this. It's a very surprisingly balanced taste, so the creaminess really balances out with the sharpness of the kimchi. So those were the 3 recipes using kimchi in surprising ways. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We have the kimchi grilled cheese, a perfect twist to your normal grilled cheese. And then we have the kimchi spam and egg scramble, a perfect late night snack. And then last but not least, we have the creamy kimchi bacon spaghetti, which is definitely a showstopper pasta dish you never knew you needed. I'd love to see how you guys use kimchi in your own creative ways. Let me know in the comments below. You can follow me at Cafe Maddie on TikTok or Instagram. And until then, I hope you try out the recipes and enjoy!